What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, Eagles fans? This is your guy, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Y'all know the type of vibe we on today. Listen, I know it's a late night. I know a lot of you guys got to work tomorrow morning, but let's just have some fun tonight, y'all. Y'all got me for about a good solid hour before my wife come in and snatch y'all from me or snatch me from y'all, however you want to put it. But super grateful to be here with you guys today. No, I don't drop content like I used to. Really appreciate you guys for just popping in. I understand things aren't as consistent. Totally understand. But I'm here and I'm excited. And I know you guys are as well. Your Philadelphia Eagles are 3-0. Your Philadelphia Eagles are, say it with me now, 3-0. So, man, so many details to break down. Didn't get a chance to really talk to you guys after the Vikings win. We beat them 24-7. Then we end up beating the Washington Commanders 24-8. I would love for us to really step it up in that second half, but I'm not going to really spend too much time nitpicking about this, man. I'm not going to nitpick at all. I'm just not. Wow. They said it was a SAG party. I should have brought my sleeping bag. You dig? Oh, man. I'm just so happy to be here with you guys. Can't really say it enough. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are locked in on the content. If you guys are new to my content, I'm your humble host, once again, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got charged to the game. Jalen Hurts, this dude just continues to surpass my expectations. I'm not even going to pretend he's not. Jalen Hurts just continues to surpass my expectations. Is there anything left to say about him, really? Is there anything left to say? I don't think so. He's showing you 2 weeks in a row that he's the guy. He's shown you 2 weeks in a row that Jalen Hurts is the guy. Let's really put it into perspective, right? Let's go through the tail of the tape, as they say. Jalen Hurts went 22 for 35, 340 yards. Well, before I step any further, 22 for 35, how much is that? What is that as far as from a percentage perspective? 22 divided by 35 is 62%. So you round that up, 63%. Okay. He completed 63% of his passes today. That's a pretty good number when you think about his career in totality. But Jalen Hurts, 22 for 35, completed 63% of his passes, 340 passing yards, averaged 9.7 yards a completion or an attempt, three passing touchdowns, 123 quarterback rating, 86.1 QBR. That's the ESPN stat. Don't really care too much about that. But he had 123.5 passer rating. We couldn't really get things off the ground in terms of the running game. The running game was pretty limited today. But Jalen Hurts, this shows you that's what's so dynamic about this win, right? Or just in general. 3 weeks in a row, you saw your Philadelphia Eagles win in 3 different ways. You saw Jalen Hurts win in 3 different ways. You saw Jalen Hurts respond to the blitz in week 1. Got it done with his legs. In week 2, you saw him carve up the zone that the Vikings threw at him. Week 3, he got a combination of both. Commanders tried to blitz. They kept getting gashed. They tried to hit him with the zone, kept getting gashed. He was making throw after throw after throw. We aired it out today. Devonta Smith. Some of y'all said he was missing. Some of y'all said he was going to suffer. Come on now, let's get to the chat before I continue. Shout out to my man, the GOAT Michi. What's going on? He said, "What's good, Tone? 3-0. Fly Eagles fly." You already know, man. Michi, this is a hell of a season. Hell of a season so far. Philly, what's going on? How you feeling? He said, "Let's celebrate." You already know how I'm getting down, dog. Benjamin Allen, what's good? Make sure y'all smash that like button. Queasy the Great, what's good? Where else? Drew Johnson, what's going on, my guy? D Block, what's good? Who else, man? Really, D-Block said Smitty was bro. Smitty was cooking with fish grease. Fish grease. Like I said, Devonta Smith, 8 catches, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 12 targets. Smitty averaged, what is this? He averaged 21 yards a catch. A.J. Brown, 5 catches, 85 yards on 10 targets, averaged 17 yards a catch, 1 touchdown. Grant Calcaterra came through with the timely 40-yard catch. He was going. Dallas Goedert, 3 catches, 26 yards, had a touchdown. He went down with a little bit of an injury, but I think he'll be okay. Zach Pascal with 3 catches, 18 yards. You know what I'm saying? Jack Stoll core his only catch. Nothing for Quez Watkins today, but that's okay. The defense, man, wow. The defensive line had 8 sacks. No, they had 9 sacks. 9 sacks on the defensive line. Brandon Graham, 2.5 sacks. TJ Edwards, a sack. Haason Reddick, a sack and a half. Fletcher Cox, a sack and a half. Josh Sweat, a sack and a half. Javon Hargrave with a sack. That's 9 sacks total. It was a sack party. TJ Edwards with 2 tackles for loss. CJ Gardner-Johnson with a tackle for loss. Brandon Graham with 2 tackles for loss and 5 quarterback hits. Like, you know what's so crazy? People thought Carson Wentz was going to get off today. You feel what I'm saying? Like this is okay. Let's really get into the analysis, right? Of what I saw. Jalen Hurts is showing that he's developing as a poised quarterback. His pocket presence is starting to elevate. He's starting to respond well to what the defense is throwing at him. I don't see a quarterback that's panicking. I don't see a quarterback that has happy feet. Let's put it into perspective. Jalen Hurts only rushed for 20 yards. He ran 9 times. Some of them he was just trying to get out of trouble. But Jalen Hurts is starting to really mature in front of our very eyes, right? Wouldn't you agree? He's beginning to challenge some of the best of them. He outdueled Carson Wentz, somebody who was on a tear these past couple weeks, averaging over 300 yards. We forced him to play his worst game. And I told y'all, if you guys saw me on JKIP Sports, shout out to JKIP Sports. If you guys saw me on there, I said Carson Wentz is going to force it. He's going to try to win the game in one throw. And that's Carson Wentz's MO. This was a classic Carson Wentz game, was it not? Jalen Hurts outplayed him in every way. I believe he had a better completion percentage than him, if I'm not mistaken. I believe. Carson Wentz only completed 58% of his passes. Jalen Hurts completed 63% of his passes. Carson Wentz, 211 yards, averaged less than 5 yards an attempt, not sacked 9 times. Had one of the bro. And on top of that, even though it looked like the Commanders' running game was starting to get off a little bit, for the most part, we stopped them. You know what I'm saying? Like this, we can't pretend that we're not seeing Jalen Hurts mature in front of our very eyes, right? And what's really starting to come to the forefront is their ability to spread the ball around. Nick Sirianni and Shane Steichen deserve a lot of credit for drawing up a game plan and having an ability to get the ball into their playmakers' hands at the perfect time. You're seeing Jalen Hurts begin to trust his wide receivers. You're seeing a Jalen Hurts that's more confident than ever before. You're seeing Jalen Hurts throw the ball in tight windows. You're seeing Jalen Hurts throw the ball deep and trust his wide receivers to make a play. Devonta Smith, 50-50 balls out the you-know-what. A.J. Brown, catching 50-50 balls. This team is going to be dangerous because you have an offense that's hard to prepare for. It's hard for teams to replicate what the Philadelphia Eagles do. They get you with the RPO game. They have a dominant rush attack. And we didn't even run the ball well today. We only accounted for 72 rushing yards today. And the Eagles still did what they did. That's how you know Jalen Hurts is maturing. He's winning these games. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. Jalen Hurts is winning these games. Point blank, period. There's no question about it. Michi says at one point Carson had -1 passing yards. Yes, he did, man. You know, Carson Wentz just looked like a shell of himself. But then again, that's classic Carson Wentz, right? Chris R. Carson had no guts, just like Ben Simmons. People think he was going to cook us like thinking Ben is going to hit 5 threes on us when they play us. Yeah, those guys have no mentals. They really don't. Philly says, facts, Hurts looking good. Benjamin Allen says, yo, he was slinging a rock all around the game, all game. Who's ever's open, he throwing it. Tell me if y'all thought this was exciting. When Grant Calcaterra caught that ball for 40 yards, didn't y'all think it was Dallas Goedert for a second? Keep it real. Didn't y'all think it was Dallas Goedert? Make sure y'all smash that like button. It really helps the content grow. I really appreciate you guys liking on the content. When Grant Calcaterra caught that 40-yard pass, didn't y'all think that was Dallas Goedert? I know for a fact I did. Because and didn't Grant Calcaterra look fast? He looked fast. Benjamin Allen said, hell yeah, I did. Michi says the offense can get you in so many different ways. It's not even funny. Bro, we got a running game. We got a dominant rush attack. We got a dominant pass attack now. If Jalen Hurts can keep this up, which I fully expect him to do, that's 2 games in a row now. If he can keep this up, this Philadelphia Eagles team will be hard to defend because you have to respect Jalen Hurts breaking containment on you guys. You got to account for it. You got to account for it. That's just the reality. You got to account for it. You have to account for Jalen Hurts being able to bring containment. Michi says, no lie, I thought it was, but I realized it was Grant wasn't wearing an arm sleeve. Dog. Barbara Thomas said, I sure did. He looked just like Dallas. Yo, don't he look faster, though? Keep it real. Don't he look faster than Dallas Goedert? We talking about Grant. If you're just popping in on the live stream, make sure you guys smash that like button. I really appreciate you guys popping in. We're talking about the Grant Calcaterra 40-yard catch. He looked faster. He looked faster, if you ask me. Jersey Kid, he said, what's good, man? Last 2 games, 0 points in the second half. That scares me just a little bit. I understand that perspective because when you come across good teams, you're going to have to step your weight up. But if you really put it into perspective also, they're playing based on the game flow. I think they're taking their foot off the gas. That's just the reality. But they're trusting the defense to dominate in the second half. I think that's what's really fascinating about it. The Eagles offense hasn't put up points in the second half these past 2 games, but the defense has dominated. And that's what's interesting. That's what's so fascinating about it. The defense is carrying. The offense put up all their points in the second quarter. The defense took over the rest of the way. I like that the defense is able to carry their weight. The defense is able to hold on to leads. Remember, Carson Wentz and the Commanders 2 games in a row prior to today. They put up massive amounts of points in the second half, right? Massive amounts of points. We shut that down. Quez got off early, got the pass interference. You see Quez's speed, you bring up a good point, Delco. You bring up a very strong point, Delco. They have to respect Quez's speed. He didn't have a catch, but he forces the defense to respect that speed. He forced the pass interference on the opposition, right? So it seems like on any given play, someone is open. Now, it took us a little bit to get out of the gate. Things were a little stagnant, if you ask me. Things were a little stagnant. But overall, the team came together and they didn't panic. That's what's so awesome about Jalen Hurts. He doesn't panic. When was the last time we had a quarterback that didn't panic? Not named Nick Foles. The Michael Vick era was fun, but it was short-lived. Didn't really maximize it. But when you think about the franchise quarterbacks we've had, Donovan McNabb, he panicked too much for me. Carson Wentz, he panicked too much for me. Jalen Hurts, he's even kill. He doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low. And that's what's so fascinating about the player he is. This dude is going to be able to carry this team with his mentals. Listen, a team not only takes on the identity of their coaching staff, they take on the identity of their franchise quarterback. And if Jalen Hurts not panicking, neither will this team. So that's why I'm not worried about the second half points. I'm not worried about it because the defense carrying their weight. Jalen Hurts has a mentality that prevents this team from panicking. It permeates on both sides of the ball. It permeates through the coaching staff. No one is panicking. No matter how the game goes. Let's put it into, and another thing as well, that Detroit Lions win starting to look stronger by the weeks, ain't it? That Detroit Lions win is starting to look better and better as time goes on. That Detroit Lions win is aging very well. They gave the Vikings a run for their money. It took the Vikings to go on a game-winning drive. You feel what I'm saying? It took them to go on a game-winning drive against Detroit. Detroit almost won. Detroit almost had it. Detroit is a good team. Detroit is a very good team. So that win is looking better and better. They need to learn how to win. They have talent. They have talent. But they need to learn how to win. And they could have beat that Vikings team today. So that Detroit Lions win is starting to age like fine wine. The Vikings win, aging because they beat the Detroit Lions. Struggled, barely got past them. But these our first two wins are starting to look like quality wins, if you ask me. That NFC North is going to come down to a couple games. I don't think the Packers got it down locked. I really don't. The Packers barely got out of Dodge against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think the Detroit Lions are going to give the Packers a run for their money. I think the Vikings and the Detroit Lions are going to go back to back. I really don't think that NFC North is like, though that division is going to beat up on each other. We have a stranglehold on the division right now. If I'm being honest, I kind of want the Giants to beat the Cowboys because the Cowboys are the bigger threat. Don't let the Giants fool you with that record. The Giants are pretenders. As long as Daniel Jones is their quarterback, there's no conversation. There's no conversation as long as Daniel Jones is their quarterback. There's no conversation. Hey, listen, you guys, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you guys, if you can, share this on Twitter, share it on Facebook, whatever you can do. Make sure you guys share the live stream. I appreciate that. It really helps the content grow. You guys are magnificent for locking in. We got 20 people on the live stream. That's so dope, if you ask me. It means a lot to me. And this content will be nothing without you guys. We got 19 people in here, man. You guys are off the charts right now. Tell me, what was your favorite part of the game? What was your favorite part of the game? As a matter of fact, no, let me ask you this real quick. Let me ask you this. Stay with me now. Stay with me. What was the turning point of the game for you? What was the drive of the game for you? Was it what drive was it that did it for you guys? Was it the halftime drive? Was it the drive where Dallas Goedert scored his touchdown? Was it the drive where AJ Brown scored his? Was it the drive where Devonta Smith scored his? What was the game? What was the game-changing moment? The play. What was the moment that opened the game? That opened the game up for the Philadelphia Eagles? What was the moment? Chris R says Smitty deep ball. Jersey Kid 856 said the score at the half. You're talking about the Devonta Smith 50-50 ball, right? Benjamin Allen says the Smitty deep ball. Okay. What's up, BG31? My guy, how you feeling, man? Good to see you as always. Hey, listen, hey, BG. Jalen Hurts looking like that boy, man. You may be on to something. At this pace, Jalen Hurts is going to get 4,000 yards easily at this pace. At this pace. Jalen Hurts is going to get 4,000 yards. At this pace, Jalen Hurts might run for 600 yards and get 4,000 passing yards. At this rate, he's balling right now. He's snapping like a turtle. But yeah, what was the turning point for y'all? What was the play that did it? Right? Michi says, I say the drive before halftime because Hurts called his own play to get it TD. Bingo. I like that. Let's stick with that right there. I like what you said, Michi. I like that. I like that a lot. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Because we'll let up to that. We'll let up to that. Jalen Hurts, he threw a bomb to Devonta Smith for 44 yards. He threw a bomb for 44 yards to Devonta Smith. And then got to the red zone, didn't get the touchdown on a third down play. He did a hurry up. He did a hurry up and called his own play. Called his own play at the line of scrimmage in the red zone. And said, I'm going to my hot guy. I'm going to the hot hand. That's why I love this kid. He understands the assignment. He understands the situation. He understood Devonta Smith was cooking like fish grease. And he said, you know what? I'm going to the hot hand. I'm going to my best wide receiver right now. He went to Devonta Smith. He trusts everybody. Does he not? Michi, that was a great point. He called his own play. Let's not let that go unnoticed. Spike 23 says the D-line creating pressure. Yo, the D-line was on fire. We're going to get into that. Don't get it twisted. We got time. We're going to get into that. Philly says Cox getting a sack. He's been quiet and now he's up. Yeah, Haason Reddick, same thing. Haason Reddick been quiet too. BG said, I told everyone new level of quarterback. But we got to be honest though, BG. Let's be honest. We had to see it. We had to see it. At the end of the day, we was hoping for the best, right? Let's really be honest. At the end of the day, we was hoping for the best. And sometimes you got to have that blind faith. And I ain't mad at you about that. I ain't mad at you about that. You got to have that. You got to have that blind faith sometimes. I'm not mad at you about that. But at the end of the day, you got to be able to stack it. You got to stack the reps. You got to stack the days. You got to have those high quality victories. You got to show that you're the engine and not the caboose. You got to show that you have what it takes. Now, Jalen Hurts had the mentals, right? We all knew he had the mentality, but the play had to catch up to the man. The production had to catch up to the player. And now it's all in sync. How will you defend the Philadelphia Eagles? I had us winning 12 games this year. I had us going 12-5. At this rate, we might go 13-4. We might go 14-3. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is giving me Delco. You bringing up a good point. He says, Howie said he saw Russell Wilson and Jalen, who the Eagles passed over, and was they going to make that mistake again? The comparison is starting to show. Abso-freaking-lutely, Delco. That's a great point you brought up. He saw something in Jalen Hurts. Now, look, let's not forget, when he brought Jalen Hurts in, he expected him to be a backup at the moment. But let's think about this. For him to want to move off Carson Wentz, for him to want to take that $32 million cap hit, for him to do that, that means that he was taking a gamble. He took a gamble on Hurts. He took a gamble. And I gotta respect the game. I gotta respect the juice. Brad Wright, what's going on, my man? How you feeling? Welcome to the show. Make sure you guys smash that like button. I really appreciate all the support and all the love. It really helps the content grow, you guys. Thank y'all so much. Continue to smash that like button. I don't know why the stream is coming in so blurry. It's killing me right now, but I appreciate y'all. YouTube backing up a lot lately. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100. YouTube backing up. YouTube been acting up. I'm not even gonna trip. But, you know, really great win. Strong win for this team. Really strong win. Really strong victory. Because I'm just waiting for that moment where the Eagles are tested. I'm waiting for that test. because the D-line, they came to play. The D-line came with it. The whole D-line had a sack. Everybody had a sack. Everybody had a sack. Everybody had a sack. And, a lot of people was wondering, when was Haason Reddick going to make an appearance? People were wondering. But he did it. He came out and he showed improved. Right? He showed improved. And that's what I love about this situation right now. Everybody is showing improvement. Everybody earning that paycheck. So the next time you question Jalen Hurts, make sure you understand we got the answers. Make sure you understand we got the answers. You feel me? Because it's about that time, y'all. It's about that time. I'm smelling something big happening. I feel something big coming. I think something big is coming, y'all. I'm so serious. Something big is brewing in the city. Something big is brewing, and I trust Jalen Hurts. I trust his preparation. I trust his mindset. I trust everything about this kid. I trust everything about him. You can't deny what you're seeing. Right? And another thing that I don't want to let go by the wayside. Jalen Hurts is showing his capabilities in terms of his decision making, right? He's showing that the decision making is bar none. Like Jalen Hurts I want to. Benjamin Allen, you funny, man. He says, so what we doing with our 21st pick now? I don't know, man. I don't know. We might get an edge rusher with that one. Make sure y'all smash that like button. I really appreciate the support. Y'all really making my night right now. This is really fun for me. This is really fun for me. But let me shift gears a little bit. Like I said, I want to talk about this defensive line. This is the perfect schedule for this Philadelphia Eagles. And it's the perfect schedule for the defense. The defense is going to get more and more confident as things grow. As the season goes, they're going to be more and more confident. This is the perfect schedule for this team to get more and more confident. Am I wrong or am I right? This is the perfect schedule for this defense to get confident. I'm just so proud of how everyone is responding. And I know a lot of people want to see Nakobe Dean out there. But you can't deny what TJ Edwards and Kaiser White are bringing, right? You can't deny what they're bringing. Next week is going to be a test. The Jacksonville Jaguars just beat the Chargers. Now, granted, Justin Herbert is dealing with an injury right now. He's dealing with an injury. So I don't know if they got their best shot. But this is going to be a big game next week. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are a quality opponent. And listen, you guys, I got a question. Let me know how the quality is on the audio. How's the audio quality? Talk to me. How's the audio sound for you guys? I just want to make sure everything sounds good. But, hey, listen, hey, Big Chris, I understand. I feel you, right, on Dean. But I can't get too mad at it, Big Chris. I can't get too mad because, hey, Michi, appreciate you. Shout out to Michi. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button on the way in, on the way out. But yeah, Big Chris, I can't get mad at not saying Nakobe Dean because you got Kaiser White and TJ Edwards playing out of their mind right now. And I'm not taking them off the field if they're gelling like that. I'm not taking them off the field. Think about it like this. You got Nakobe Dean, the perfect player to develop and invest in your long term. This is, at this rate, it's starting to look like a red shirt season for him, right, Philly? There's no rush to get him out. The Eagles should feel no rush to throw Nakobe Dean out there. There's no reason to. Eagles fans, we are in a good position. Right? Right or wrong? We're in a good position. We have depth at linebacker. We got depth on the defensive line, even though we lost Derek Barnett. I know Milton Williams had a little injury today. But TJ Edwards is making it hard. Right, Big Chris? TJ Edwards is making it hard for the Philadelphia Eagles to put Nakobe Dean on the field. And this is how it's supposed to be. You see, I knew from the beginning, the moment the Philadelphia Eagles drafted Nakobe Dean, they were going to try to, or TJ Edwards was going to respond to that. People forget TJ Edwards was a runner-up for, I think, was it the Chubb Bednarik or the Dick Butkus Award? One or the other. He was a runner-up. If it wasn't for that bad 40-yard dash time, TJ Edwards probably would have went in the second or third round, but he went undrafted. TJ Edwards was one of the top linebackers in college. He has instincts that you can't deny. So I got to respect the game. I got to respect the fact that TJ Edwards and Kaiser White are making it hard for Nakobe Dean to get on the field. And that's a good thing, right? We shouldn't be stressed about that. I know a lot of people are saying, where's Nakobe Dean? But we should not be stressed about that. Nakobe Dean is in the perfect position. He can learn next to TJ Edwards. He can learn from Kaiser White. He can learn from Haason Reddick. This team is good. This defense is showing that they can win, that they can get stops. The DBs, they're playing great out there, right? The DBs are playing great. Brandon Graham had a pass deflection. James Bradberry had a pass deflection. Devonta Maddox had a pass deflection. Jordan Davis had a pass deflection. Like, I know Jordan Davis should have got credited with half a sack because he the one that got to him first. He wanted that sack bad, but he lost him. But Philly, you bring up a good point. Iron sharpens iron. So, you know, this is a great situation to be in. Let me ask you guys a question. Are your Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl contenders? Smash that like button. Continue to share the live stream. Are the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl contenders? Right or wrong? Are your Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl contenders? Because if you ask me, they could do it. They can do it. Who in the NFC scares you? Really, let's be honest. Who scares you in the NFC? Who scares you? Not nobody, really. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not scared of Green Bay. I'm not scared of Tampa Bay. I'm not scared of Old Bay. I'm not scared of Salt Bay. I'm not scared of Baywatch. I'm not scared of nobody. I'm not scared of none of them. I'm not scared of them, Jersey. I'm not scared of them, Jersey. I'm sorry, Jersey kid. I'm feeling myself tonight, Jersey kid. I'm not scared of them. They can't put up points. I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of the Rams. I'm not scared of Green Bay. I'm not scared of Tampa Bay. Like I said, I ain't scared of Old Bay. I ain't scared of Tampa Bay. Listen, don't get me started. I'm not scared of them. I'm not. You want to know why? Because we got big guns too. We got the big guns too. It's all fun and games until the rabbit got the gun. Jersey kid, look, and guess what? And Jersey kid, I feel you, right? You making a valid point. I don't want that to get lost. I don't want you to think I'm going at you, Jersey kid. You're making a good point. They're missing wide receivers. But Chris Godwin can't stay healthy. We know Julio Jones can't stay healthy. They're going to have Mike Evans. They brought in Cole Beasley. And they do got Leonard Fournette, who's running strong. I'll admit that. And it's a long season. But can we acknowledge that Tom Brady looking a little shaky? Can we admit that a little bit? That Tom Brady looking a little old? Does he not look old to you? Aaron Rodgers, same thing. Does he not look old to you guys? Because if you ask me, I'm not scared of nobody. I'm just not. I'm not scared of nobody. Make sure you guys share the live stream, smash that like button. I really appreciate y'all, man. This is so dope that I get to this chat with you guys. You know what I mean? Big Chris says, imagine Brady that can't move in our D-line. Bro, Brady looks old. Chris says, the only team that's scary is the Rams because they using a top 5 wide receiver in the slot, so Maddox will have his hands full. Look, man. Look. He will. He will. Jersey Kid says, yes, I agree there, but their defense is good, but I'm always going to ride with Philly. Of course, I know you will, man. I ain't worried about that. But you can't you can't deny the excitement right now, man. Anybody that got something bad to say about this Eagles team, they just straight up hating. Flat out, they just hating. But you're gonna have that. You're gonna have that. Big Chris says, I ain't scared of Oyster Boy. Oh, man. He said, I ain't scared of Oyster Boy. Oh, my goodness. Yo, Carson Wentz is a joke. Oh, man. They can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying all of this. I'm enjoying all of the hate. I'm enjoying all of the I'm enjoying all the negativity. I'm really enjoying it. You can't help but you can't deny what your eyes are seeing. Big Chris says, did Russ forget how to cook? So far, these revenge games backfiring. Dougie got us next on our list. Oh, Dougie is next on the list. Oh, yeah, for sure. Dougie is next on the list. He's next. I got a lot of respect for Doug Peterson, but he's next. We about to make Trevor Lawrence look like sunshine. Jersey Kid says, our defense is playing great. Our offense is balling. It feels like that title run. It's starting to look like that. Yo, is Russell Wilson washed? I'm sorry, y'all. We gotta talk about it. Is Russell Wilson washed? Come on now. Who Big Chris? They saying we ain't play nobody. Okay. All right, let's put it into perspective. And before this game, the Washington Commanders had a top 10 offense. Before this game, they had a top 10 offense. Last week, the Vikings, they beat the Packers, right? And then the Detroit Lions, they beat the Commanders, and that offense looks good as well. Like, we got to really put it into perspective here. Like, people can say what they want about these wins. People can say what they want. But at the end of the day, they wins. And they get paid too. They get paid too. They get paid too. They get paid too, man. But you can't, like, you know, I'm scrolling on Twitter, and I'm seeing a lot of detractors. Big Chris says, who you want to lose, the Cowboys or the Giants? That's a tough one, right? But I want the Cowboys to lose because in the long run, the Cowboys are the bigger threat. In the long run. I would much rather the Cowboys lose. Because in the long run, they're the threat. I'm not worried about Daniel Jones. I'm not worried about Carson Wentz. I'm not worried about nobody in this division. But the Cowboys are the bigger threat, and I hate them more than anybody. So I would love for the Cowboys to lose to the Giants on Monday Night Football. I want the Cowboys to lose all kind of momentum. I want Cooper Rush to fail. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want Daniel Jones to continue failing. You know what I'm saying? I want them to bring Dak Prescott. I want them to bring Dak Prescott back early so he can look like a shell of himself. I'm talking crazy tonight. I'm talking crazy tonight. I'm talking crazy tonight. I'm talking crazy tonight. Yo, my man Laura Brunson said something real interesting. He said they never trash until we beat them. Oh, man. Yo, AJ Brown. Yo, they brought out the Batman cape from my man AJ Brown. Yo, when I saw that, I lost my mind. They brought out the Batman cape. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, there was a point in time where the Eagles had 323 passing yards and the Commanders had -1. How, Sway? How, Sway? Yo, man. And by the way, y'all, I know I know Twitter on fire right now, man. Yo, Big Chris said Smitty was Batman today. And you got strong Batman, you got skinny Batman, you got fast Batman. It's 3 Batmans. Right, Philly? It's 3 of them. It's 3 of them. Like I said, man, Jalen Hurts, 22 for 35, 340 passing yards, average almost 10 yards an attempt, 3 passing touchdowns. He looks good. Big Chris asked, are you worried about us not scoring in the second half 2 weeks in a row? No. I'm not worried. I'm not worried because of the simple fact that it's the flow of the game. You get what I'm saying? It's just the flow of the game. The defense is carrying us in the second half. And, you know, I don't want to – all right, I'll put you this way. The offense is not making adjustments because they're so far ahead and the defense is playing so well. So the offense is not really changing anything too much. They're not really forced to make adjustments. But if the games are closer I fully anticipate the Eagles to make adjustments in the second half. I fully anticipate the offense to put up points in the second half. You know what I'm saying? Like, I expect the offense to do what they need to do because you have the players to do so, right? You have guys that have that mentality. You have guys that know how to turn it on. We put up 24. See, this is not getting talked about enough. The Philadelphia Eagles put up 24 points. They put up 24 points in the second quarter alone. This Eagles team can pop at any moment. That's how explosive they are. They can pop at any moment and drop 30, drop 24 in a quarter. Who doing that? I mean, I know the Dolphins put up 28 in the fourth quarter last week, but Big Chris says, I can't mess with J-Kid. They hit on Hurts all offseason. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true at all. If you're talking about one person, say that person's name, but that's not true. That's just not true. That's just not facts. Barrett Brooks, show Jalen love. Who else? Jody Mack, show Jalen love. Jeff Kerr, show Jalen love. Derek Gunn, show Jalen love. Rob Ellis, show Jalen love. I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about one person, say that person's name, Big Chris. But J-Kib as a company, nah. Ain't nobody hating on him as a company, no. Oh, okay. All right, you talk about Cilio. But you know, Cilio stirs the pot. He stirs the pot. Don't lean too much into it. It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. Don't lean too much into it. It's all fun and games. He knows the better this team is, the better it is for him. Don't worry. It ain't that big a deal. It ain't that big a deal. Don't worry. But overall, I think some people think John McMullen be hating, but that's not the case if you really listen to him. I don't think John McMullen is a hater at all. If you really listen, I think John McMullen is an objective, unbiased Eagles reporter. He call it how he see it. If you watch, John been giving him his props. He just want to see how the team responds to certain tests, and those tests are going to come. John is going to always call it how he see it. I respect John McMullen to the fullest. One of the best Eagles reporters out here. I don't think John McMullen is a hater. I really, really don't. I really don't. What else? Big Chris says they all wanted Russ. Howie Roseman wanted Russ. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. It's looking like a better decision not to have him, right? But we can't deny. Let's not pretend. There was a section of this fan base that said trade for Deshaun Watson. There was a section of the fan base that said trade for Russ. There was a section of the fan base that said buy into Hurts. The fan base was divided. That's just the reality. That's the reality. So we can't pretend that Howie Roseman didn't want to pull the trigger on Russell Wilson. We can't pretend Howie Roseman didn't want to pull the trigger on Deshaun Watson. We can't pretend like he didn't. That's the reality. The only reason it didn't work out is because they wanted Russell Wilson knew where he wanted to go, and the Cleveland Browns dropped a bag of money on Deshaun Watson doorstep. So we can't deny that the fan base was fractured. That's the reality. They were fractured. Me, I'm of the mindset of I want my Philadelphia Eagles to be in the best position to win. Period. That's what I'm all about. I don't care about nobody. I don't care about who get paid what. I don't care about who. I want my Philadelphia Eagles to win. I want my Philadelphia Eagles to win. So my thing is, hey, shout out to my man Joey Shakes. What's going on, my guy? Shout out to the Black Line as well. The Black Line says, I've been told you 2 years ago by Jalen Hurts. You told me what, Black Line? You told me what exactly? Shout out to you, by the way. Good to see you. Shout out to my man Joey Shakes. He in the building as well. Shout out to him. They are dangerous. They dangerous. But I want people to be honest. There was the fan base was fractured. Some people wanted us to trade for Russell. Some people wanted us to trade for Deshaun Watson. Some people wanted us to commit to Jalen Hurts. That's the truth. That's the truth. And I'm not taking nothing away from Jalen Hurts' success. I'm a Jalen Hurts guy. I like Jalen Hurts. But I'm all about putting my team in the best possible position to succeed. That's all. Who gives you the best chance to succeed? Now, granted, Jalen Hurts is still an unfinished product. Still. But so far, Jalen Hurts has showed you that he's taking the steps to being a franchise quarterback. He's taking steps forward 1 foot at a time. And you can't deny how much he's gotten better. You can't deny how much he's improved. You see it in every detail of his game. You see it in every detail of his game. Big Chris says Hurts clearly got better. Absolutely. Philly says Hurts getting better every week, and it's showing. It's scary. Absolutely. Absolutely. The Saints lost today. I think the Saints are 1-3 right now, if I'm not mistaken. They're 1-2. My bad. They 1-2. My bad. They 1-2. They 1-2. But that Saints pick looking better and better by the week, don't it? Big Chris says Hurts playing for the bag, straight balling. Listen, man, he gonna get paid. It's a matter of how much. But listen, at the end of the day, I don't care about how much guys get paid. I really don't care. I don't care about that. It's not their job for the GM to figure out how to make sure everybody cool. Black Line says Jacob Sports and the fan base tried to run him out of town as soon as he got drafted. That's not true. That's just not true. That's just not true. This is so funny. That's just patently false. If you listen, but see Big Chris trolling, so I ain't paying Big Chris no mind. Big Chris being every Jacob live chat. I'm not paying attention to Big Chris because he's trolling right now. I see what Big Chris is doing. He trolling. But as far as what the Black Line said, he said Jacob Sports and the fan base tried to run him out of town as soon as he got drafted. Let's not pretend like when they drafted him, we said that was a great draft pick. People have revisionist history, and it's crazy to me. When they drafted him, y'all said, oh, that's the pick right there. Be honest. Be honest. Y'all wanted a weapon for Carson Wentz. Be honest. It's okay to say, damn, I was mad about the draft pick at first, but it's panning out. You know what I'm saying? We can't deny that was at the time. At the time Jalen Hurts was drafted, it was universally known as that being not the best draft pick. At that time, we cannot erase history. We cannot just have revisionist history. We can't just pretend like we didn't think when they drafted him, we was like, wait, what? What the hell? A quarterback? We just paid Jalen Hurts. I mean, we just paid Carson Wentz. We can't pretend. The talk was, Black Line says the talk was he can't throw. He struggled. Let's be honest. He struggled. He said he can't throw. He can't read defenses. He struggled with that. Let's be honest. He struggled. Noodle arm. I didn't believe that. I did not believe he had a noodle arm. I thought that point was overblown. He got replaced by Tua at Bama. Y'all didn't talk about anything else regarding Hurts until this year. That's just not true. Who's they? Who's they? Say the person's name you're talking about. Because Derek Gunn had Jalen Hurts back. Barrett Brooks had his back. Jody Mack had his back. Rob Ellis had his back. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about one person? Are you talking about one person? Big Chris says, "Nah, I don't mess with Jacob anymore. They were wrong in everything. They were wrong in everything on sub. Hey, listen, do what y'all got to do. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Monroe Hatcher with the $2 super chat. Shout out to Monroe, man. Shout out to Monroe Hatcher with $2 super chat, man. Fly Eagles Fly, my guy. Appreciate you for locking in on the content, my man. Appreciate you for locking in on the content. Appreciate you. Okay, there we go. Say a name. That's all I care about, Black Line. Say a name. Don't call out a whole company. Say the person's name. I appreciate you for being honest. I appreciate you for being honest, right? You see, here's what I want you guys to understand. And this is my perspective, right? We can't deny last year Jalen Hurts had struggles, right? We can't deny he struggled last year. We can't deny it. He struggled last year, but he's taken his game to another level. It's called growth. And that's what happens when you work on your game. And sometimes people work on their game all the time. And they can't get there. So we can't pretend that last year we was like, damn, Jalen Hurts got some things to work on. We can't pretend like we wasn't saying that. All y'all in this chat was saying that. But we have revisionist history all of a sudden. Look, I'm the first one to tell you. Jalen Hurts is my guy. He's my guy. And Big Chris, yes, I do work for J-Kid. Yes, I do. But my whole thing is everybody, who's you? You keep saying, who's you, Black Line? That's not true. That's patently false. It's just not true. That's an emotional take, Black Line. That's an emotional take. What's going on, Philly the podcast? My guy, how you feeling, my man? Appreciate you. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Black Line funny as shit. The Black Line trolling right now. Listen, I'm having fun with this, y'all. This is so much fun, man. This is so fun, man. It's so much fun. Oh, man. But, you know, we gotta always keep things in perspective. Gotta always keep things in perspective. Oh, yeah, for sure. Monroe went through. $2 super chat, my guy. Thank you so much, my man. I really appreciate your support, my guy. It went through. He says, just testing to see if the chat went through. Thank you for your support, man. I really appreciate you. You see, he said the whole YouTube. Oh, man, y'all funny, man. Y'all funny as hell. But look, here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. There's nothing wrong with having blind faith in a person. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having blind faith. There's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong. I want to make sure y'all understand. There's nothing wrong with having blind faith. There's nothing wrong with that. But I want you guys to all admit you had questions, and it's okay to say you had questions. Oh no, Big Chris, it's bigger than a job, my man. It's a movement. It's a career, my G. It's bigger than a job. It's a career, my guy. It's a career. I don't have jobs. I don't have a job. I have a career. It's a difference. Shout out to you, Big Chris. I appreciate the love. Shout out to you. But it's a career, not a job. You know what I'm saying? But where was I? I lost my train of thought. Right. Jalen Hurts is trending in the right direction. If you ask me, he's ahead of schedule in his development. He's ahead of schedule. Big Chris says Josh Allen then pop to year 3. You know what's so crazy about Big Chris too? I saw him in the J-Kibs live chat dogging Hurts. I want y'all to know that, by the way. Y'all see Big Chris in the live chat going crazy? I want y'all to know that I keep track of the live chats. I see them because I'm always in there talking to y'all. Big Chris was in the J-Kib live chats going crazy on Hurts. I want y'all to know this. So don't let him fool y'all. Don't let Big Chris fool y'all. He was in all the J-Kib live chats going crazy on Hurts. I want y'all to know this. The Black Line says it wasn't blind faith. You guys would gloss over what he did at Bama. All y'all do was talk about him getting benched. Who's y'all? You see, stop generalizing and say the person's name because it wasn't everybody. As far as I know, Bear Brooks always shouted him out from Big Chris. I mean, not Big Chris. Bear Brooks always brought up Oklahoma. Derek Gunn always brought up Oklahoma. Jody Mack always brought up Oklahoma. Jeff Kerr always brought up Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Big Chris, I told y'all Big Chris funny. Y'all gotta watch him. He's slick. Y'all gotta watch Big Chris. The Black Line says everybody but Laura Brunson. Oh man, Martin Jones says they wouldn't give Hurts credit if he put up prime Aaron Rodgers numbers. Who's they? I like to know who I'm talking about. So I'm gonna always ask y'all who's they. I'm gonna always ask that question. I'm gonna always ask who's they, who's he, who's she, who's her, who's him. I'm gonna always ask that question because I like to know specifics. I like to know who to point out. You dig what I'm saying? But overall, though, here's the thing, right? When people give an opinion, and I want you guys to know, matter of fact, let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you this. All right, so Black Line says Dan Silo Joe with 6 Philly for 100. Yo, I'm cracking up on this side. Yo, I love y'all so much. I want y'all to know this. I really love y'all to death because y'all making my night right now. Eagles win 24-8, man. It was spectacular. It was spectacular, man. But listen, I'm telling y'all gotta watch out for the Black Line. Y'all gotta watch out for Big Chris because both of them guys was dogging Hurts in the offseason. I want y'all to know this. Everybody in the live chat, watch out for the Black Line and watch out for Big Chris. They've been dogging Hurts all offseason. I got into an argument with the Black Line a while ago. Philly the podcast says, shoot, you know I don't like Dan Sileo. Outside of that, Hurts got better. I'll be the first to admit I'm happy he improved. Another person who was down on Hurts. Don't forget, I love my man Castro to death. I love my man Joe Castro to death, and he noticed. But he was down on Jalen Hurts too. He was another one. Listen, I really respect my man Joe Castro from the Philly podcast. That's my guy. I respect his grind. I respect the work he put in. I respect what he's doing now. But he was another one that was very skeptical of Jalen Hurts. Very skeptical. Matter of fact, okay, boom. I like what you did there, Philly. I like what you did there. He says I wasn't down. I was honest. So what? So hold on. Castro says he wasn't down on Jalen Hurts. He was honest. Okay, you were honest. But when other people state what you saw, why can't they be honest? I'm not coming at you, Castro, but it's people that it's people that were critical of Jalen Hurts because they were talking about what they saw. So is it honesty or is it hating? Y'all gotta help me understand. And shout out to Philly for breaking it down for me. You got some people that confuse honesty with hating. You got Chris Chris Kaufman. Chris, he says, do you think Carson thought our defense was exotic today? Chris Kaufman, you funny for that, bro. Oh my God. That is funny as hell. Oh my God, Chris Kaufman, that's funny. That is funny. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all. Y'all killing it right now in this live chat. Keep smashing that like button. But again, I just want us to be honest with ourselves, right? Be honest with ourselves. We all mutually had questions about Jalen Hurts, and that's fair. It's not wrong to have questions about a guy. Big Chris says they confuse criticism with hate. Exactly. Philly says, hey, I always said I'd admit when he was better. He's better now. Right. I'm with you on that. I agree with you. I'm with you on that. But Castro, answer this for me, right? Why do people confuse high expectations with hating? Or why do people confuse criticism with hating? Why do people confuse that? I don't understand it. Somebody help me. Somebody. Maybe I'm slow. Maybe I'm a little dense. Maybe I'm a few screws short, or a few of my screws are loose. But why do people think every time you give somewhat of a stern or firm or strict opinion, why do everybody call that hating? I don't understand that. Monroe says the Eagles content creators are the best. Hey, man, I appreciate that. We appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. The Black Line says, but y'all was acting like a 22-year-old couldn't get better. Well, he's 24, 25 now. Let's put that in perspective. He's 24, 25 right now. But no one said he couldn't get better. Nuance is everything. This is why listening is so important. You got to listen before you speak. Everyone knew he would get better. The question would be, the $1 million question, the $45 million question was, how much would he get better? You follow me? Everybody knew he would get better. That wasn't the question. It was how much, right? Am I right or wrong? Somebody correct me. It's 26 of y'all. Smash that like button. I appreciate all the love and support. But that was the $1 million question, right? We all had questions. We all were critical. Some of us had blind faith. That's okay. That's okay too. I'm not going to kill you if I have a blind faith. Nuance is everything. But we have to understand that we all questioned not whether he would get better, but how much he would get better. How much he would get better. Chris Kaufman says Cilio was a hater and won't admit he's wrong. I, on the other hand, admit I was wrong and am sold. Well, to put that in perspective, right? I watch the National Football Show every day, and I've seen Dan Cilio admit when he was wrong. I've seen him do it. But a lot of people hate him so much that they don't want to admit that they don't want to pay attention to that. But that's okay. I can't tell you who to like or who did. I can't. I'm not here to tell you who to like. I'm not here to do that. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to have their opinion. That's what I love about this content game, right? Everybody has their own opinions. And that's what I love about this. Listen, y'all, I'm telling y'all, don't let Big Chris fool y'all. He is playing y'all in this chat. He said Chris Sims, all of them hit on Hurts. He was one of them. Big Chris wanted us to trade for Russell Wilson. That's what he wanted. No, matter of fact, y'all want to know who Big Chris wanted us to trade for? Big Chris wanted us to trade for Jimmy G. Big Chris wanted us to trade for Jimmy Garoppolo. I want y'all to know that. Big Chris ain't slick in his live chat. But Philly, he says, Philly says, because that's what YouTube has programmed them to do. If you're not yelling and pretending everything perfect, you're a hater. Bingo. Ding, 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 ding. If you're pretending like everything is gravy, you're like, it's like, is either you gotta love him or you gotta hate him. It's like, no, man, like people, like we as content creators, as people of the media, we have to go off what we see. We can't. Now you have some people who are just homers. They don't care. It don't matter what's going on. They homers, and that's fine too. It's a lane for everybody. But we have to learn how to understand the difference between constructive criticism or criticism and hate. We got to understand the difference in that. It's a difference. It's a big difference. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to understand that Monroe Hatcher, bingo. And let me tell you how I know this, Monroe. This is a good point you brought up. But real quick, Philly says, Cilio just say stuff for attention. I'm going to just keep my overall opinion to myself and just support my guy, Tone. Hey, that's fine too. Hey, listen. But Monroe, It's so funny you say that, Monroe, because I've actually had conversations with him behind the scenes. I've had a lot of conversations with Cilio behind the scenes, and that's exactly the case, Monroe. He silently like has a lot of love for him. He do, Monroe. I'm not gonna hold you. I talk to him all the time. You know what he says? He said, look, I really like that kid, actually. But I'm an entertainer. I'm not a journalist. I'm an entertainer. And my goal was to entertain. My goal was to stir the pot. My goal was to poke the bear. You know what I mean? Big Chris says, you ain't never seen me in that rush so much. Eagle Landed says, I didn't have a feeling about Hurts being drafted. Didn't believe in him fully until after the Vikings game. I'm sold on Hurts now. And that's okay. Thank you, Eagle has landed for being rational. That's a fair take. He says, I didn't have faith until after he was drafted, until after the game. Oh no, Black Line. I know, man. You my guy. I love all y'all on this joint. I love all y'all. Listen, I love all of y'all on this joint, man. I love all of y'all on this joint. The Black Line says y'all didn't take into account he was throwing a Jalen Hurts instead of AJ Brown. Oh no, I took that into account for sure. I took it into account. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely took it into consideration. B. Lewis says nobody criticizes first round picks, though. They say they need time. I'm with you on that, by the way. I am so with you on that. I don't like that first round picks are treated like the greatest gift to God's green earth. And then the second round pick, they treat them like, the trash. I don't like that. I don't like it not one bit. So I'm with you on that, B. Lewis. I'm with you on that. Black Line says I was sold on Hurts after the Arizona game. Philly says I was sold on Hurts when he made the playoffs. Big Chris says AJ Smith, the dynamic duo. Facts, man. Facts. This is like, this has been a fun game. Jalen Hurts, man, he was good today. Completed 63% of his passes, 22 for 35, 340 passing yards, averaged almost 10 yards an attempt, 3 passing touchdowns. Miles Sanders had a quiet game, but that's okay. Devonta Smith, 8 catches, 169 yards, 1 touchdown. A.J. Brown, 5 catches, 85 yards. Grant Calcaterra, 40 yards, one catch, 1 target. It was the Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown show today. Big facts. JT56 says, how you feeling about the Jags next week? I got to be honest. It's going to be a tough game. It's not going to be sweet. I'll tell you that. It's not going to be sweet because Dougie P got them Jags believing. He got them boys believing in themselves. So I can't deny that. That's going to be a tough game. Everybody thinks it's going to be sweet. It's not going to be sweet. But we're going to be back home. So that's a good thing. That's the good thing about it. But man, I can't get over 9 sacks on Carson Wentz. This couldn't have gone any better for the Philadelphia Eagles, right? This couldn't have gone any better. This couldn't have gone any better. Big Chris says, can't overlook the Jags. They put up 38. I agree with you. You can't overlook them. You really can't. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Trevor Lawrence is starting to get confidence. Big Chris says, how good is Bradberry playing? Wow. Yo, that's a good point. Bradberry looks good. Darius Slay looks good. Avonte Maddox looks good. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson looks good. Marcus Epps looks good. TJ Edwards, Kaiser White looks good. Like this defense is starting to execute a lot better. I feel like they're starting to respond to what Jonathan Gannon is saying, to what he's teaching, to what he's employing. I also feel like Jonathan Gannon is starting to be a bit more aggressive in his play calling. I feel like we could have blitzed a little more in that second half. We could have kept the pressure on him. But overall, I like what I was seeing. Chris Kaufman says Carson gave the D bulletin board material. That's a fact. I can't believe he said they're not doing nothing exotic. And maybe they're not. But you know what's exotic? 9 sacks. 9 sacks. That's exotic. You dig? That sounds exotic to me. Big Chris says we got to score in the second half against good teams. I agree. I would like us to keep the pressure on. I don't like when we take when we take our foot off the gas. I don't like that at all. But what's good is this Philadelphia Eagles team is winning the turnover battle. And on top of that, they're getting explosive plays. And that's the key to winning in this version of the NFL. Big plays and winning the turnover battle. Period. Monroe Hatcher says Atlanta fans at the Eagles bars today was gorilla. Oh, man. So let me ask y'all this real quick before I get out of here. Who was y'all players of the game? Who was your player of the game? Give me your player of the game on offense. Give me your player of the game on defense. Who was your player of the game on offense and who was your player of the game on defense? For me, my player of the game on offense, Devonta Smith. My player of the game on defense, Brandon Graham. Brandon Graham was wreaking havoc. Brandon Graham was giving Carson Wentz hell. I can't wait until the mic'd up come out. I can't wait. I hope BG was mic'd up. I hope he was mic'd up. Big Chris says, how many more seasons Slade got? Do we go with McPherson? McPherson had a pretty decent day today, too. He came in for Slade on some plays. He had a pretty good day. The Black Line says Devonta and BG were menaces. Big Chris says Smitty and BG. Jay Young says Devonta Smith and Brandon Graham. JT says Devonta Smith and BG for sure. Monroe Hatcher says Devonta Smith. I want your player of the game on defense, and I want your player of the game on offense. I need that from y'all. I need that. In the meantime, didn't they say Jalen Hurts couldn't throw the deep ball? And I want to be transparent about my Jalen Hurts support, right? I want to be real transparent. I was one of the people who was stern with Jalen Hurts, right? I never hated on Jalen Hurts. I want to make that very clear with you guys. Y'all can check every piece of content I put out there. Every piece of content I put out, you guys can check my receipts. I've always supported Jalen Hurts. I've always believed he can get better. I only question how much will he get better? How much will he improve in a short amount of time? Will he improve quick enough before the franchise is forced to make a decision? That was my only concern. My only concern was, can Jalen Hurts improve quick enough before the clock strikes 12? You get what I'm saying? That was my only thing, you guys, and I want you guys to feel me on that. I only cared about, can he improve quick enough so Howie Roseman doesn't pull the trigger? Wouldn't you guys agree? I think all of us agree that he would get better. The biggest question was, how much, and will it happen quick enough before Howie Roseman pulls the trigger? And that's what we cared about. That's what we were worried about. Dallas Goedert did hurt his shin, but he came back into the game. So I'm pretty sure it was just sore. Don't worry about Dallas Goedert, Jay Young. He came back into the game. Okay. He's all right. Jay Young says, I was saying that in every live stream. I was like, the people say he can't throw. He had throws he struggled on. When last year, we can't sit there and say he made the perfect throws. We can't say that. Big Chris says Brady, Stafford, Rodgers, and Russ all getting old. Hey, listen, man, Russell Wilson don't even run no more. That's what's crazy about it. Russell Wilson don't even run no more. Monroe says the league is shook. No, but look, I didn't expect Jalen Hurts to be this sharp. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect him to be this sharp. Like this sharp. I knew he would get better, but I didn't expect him to be this in control, this poised. I trust his mindset. I trust his work ethic. I trust his mentality. I trust his commitment to the game. But I didn't expect him to get this good this quickly. I didn't expect it. I'm being honest. Y'all know I keep it real with you guys. I love y'all to death. I'm going to keep it real. Make sure you guys smash that like button. You guys are really helping the content grow. We got 36 likes, man. I need y'all to get me to 40. Get me to 40 likes. Listen, Monroe, I'm shook. Monroe, I'm shook. I'm shook. I didn't expect him to get this good this quickly. And Big Chris, he is seeing the field. He's seeing the field right now. I didn't expect him to get this good this quickly. I'm being totally honest. And I will not lie to you guys. I had my concerns, but I didn't doubt his work ethic. I didn't doubt his work ethic. I knew he would get better. Not a doubt in my mind that man wouldn't get better. I always questioned how much and would it be enough. And right now, it's looking like enough. It's looking like enough. So your Philadelphia Eagles are 3-0. Yo, Big Chris, you funny as shit. Yo, Big Chris, I can't stand you, man. I can't. Yo, Big Chris, crazy. Yo, Big Chris is funny, man. Oh my God. Big Chris, man. Big Chris, funny. Monroe says, "Don't be shook, just believe. He different." Hey, Monroe, you might be on to something. He said, "Don't be shook, just believe. Don't be shook. You gotta just believe. Don't stop believing." He said, "Believe me when I tell you." You see, Monroe said, "When I told you Jalen Hurts will be the starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles," Monroe said he's the franchise quarterback. Monroe said he's the franchise quarterback. Oh my God, yo, Monroe, I rock with y'all. I rock with y'all heavy. Big Chris says, "Can Hurts do this all year?" Well, I'm thinking about the schedule, right? Let's think about the schedule real quick. Let's look at the schedule. And listen, if y'all can, pull up the schedule. Let's look at the schedule. And let's talk about it. Let's look at the schedule. So, wow, Denver won 11-10. That's crazy. All right, look. So next week we got the Jaguars. I think that's a win. I think that's a win. Then week 5 we got the Cardinals. I think that's a win. Week 6 we got Dallas. I think that's a win. I think we're going to the bye 6-0. Continue to smash that like button, y'all. I appreciate our support. Let's get the likes to 40. Let's get these likes to 40, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Let's get the likes to 40. Keep smashing that like button. I need 40 likes before the night's over. I need 40 likes before I get out of here. I need 40 of them. But so I think we're going to the bye being 6-0. Big Chris says, "I'm worried about Kyler Murray a little." I understand that perspective, but he's without his number one weapon, right? He's without DeAndre Hopkins, and that's a big deal. That's a big deal. The Cardinals lost to the Rams today. So right now the Cardinals are 1-2. So the Cardinals don't look that good, man. They just don't. They don't. So my honest opinion, we going to the bye 6-0. Brawster says, bro, Hurts is way better than Garoppolo right now. That's crazy. That's a good point. That's good. He is right now. But Chris, here's the thing. Murray looks like a shell of himself without AJ Brown. I mean, without DeAndre Hopkins. He looks crazy without DeAndre Hopkins. Let me look at the stat line real quick before I really go crazy on him. So Kyler Murray, 37 for 58, threw for 300 yards, no touchdowns. Wow. They couldn't score a touchdown? Come on. Come on now. That's ridiculous. And Cooper Kupp got shut down today, by the way. Cooper Kupp got shut down. But hey, listen. Yo, Monroe, I ain't scared of nobody. Jay Young, yes, we can beat the Packers. Yes. 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 We can beat anybody. Don't you understand it? We can beat anybody. But Monroe, you said it. One game at a time, Monroe. One game at a time. Big Chris says, love how our corners are pressing now. You know what's awesome about it, Big Chris, too? You got plays where they press. You got plays where they play back a little bit. You're seeing this defense is being versatile. Well, he had a rushing TD? Okay, yeah. Okay, all right. Cooper Kupp had a rushing TD. Okay. He had a rushing TD. I don't care about that. I do not care about that. So, like I said, one game like Monroe said, one game at a time. Continue to smash that like button, y'all. I need to get the 4. Oh, we have 40 likes. We have 40 likes. Can we get to 45? Can I get 45 likes? Eagle Slayer, what's going on, my man? What's going on? Hey, listen, y'all. We have 40 likes right now. Can I get 45 of them? Am I being too greedy? Am I asking for too much? Am I being a little overzealous? Jay Young, he's right. Listen, look at the schedule. Look at the schedule. Who on the schedule scares you? No one on the schedule scares me, not one bit. Monroe says, Philly content creators rule the world. I believe in you, Tone. Hey, my guy. Big Chris says, oh, you the producer, Tone? Yeah, I produce for J-Kib. Yeah, I produce. Me and Xander produce. I produce Burge 365. I produce Good Morning NFC East with Jeff Kerr. I also produce the Football Playbook with Rick Saratella. And every now and again, I produce the National Football Show with Dan Cilio and Sports Take whenever Xander can't do it. But I produce 3 shows for J-Kib Sports, 3 shows, and I do all the clips. Me and Xander do all the clips behind the scenes. Y'all know it's me and Xander running that whole thing, right? Me and Xander, our boy James on the social media, Big Krause, you know what I mean? Cutting checks, doing this thing. Jay Young says, please stream with Philly 400, Tone. I'm going to try, man. Philly 400 is my guy. Yo, Monroe, I'm going to be honest. I don't scare. No one on the schedule scares me not one bit. If we lose a game, it's because we didn't show up. Not because the team is better. You feel what I'm saying? If we lose any game this year, it's because we didn't show up. Not because the other team is better. That's a fact. It's a fact. We have the tools to beat any team, right or wrong. We got everything in our arsenal. We got a run game. We got a passing attack. We got a defense that forces turnovers. We get explosive plays. We got two dynamite wide receivers, a dynamite tight end, and then Grant Calcaterra. I like Grant Calcaterra is going to turn into a weapon. He's going to turn into a weapon. Watch. And then the defensive line got their confidence back, got their swag back. Granted, the Washington Commanders have one of the worst offensive lines in football. So we took advantage of that. But they needed that game. They got their confidence up. Now it's time for the Eagles to up the ante. The next week's game is going to be huge. Big Chris says, only worried about second half scoring, taking foot off the gas. I agree with you. I don't like that, not one bit. I don't like it. I don't like it, but they're dominating their competition. Perfect example. Think about the Detroit Lions game. And I said this to you guys. That Detroit Lions game is looking like a better victory as time goes on, right? But that Detroit Lions game, we got punched in the mouth. I'll be honest, we got punched in the, and we responded. The Detroit Lions gave us their best, and we responded. So this team is learning how to win in different ways. You can honestly say that each victory this season is different. Each victory looks different. You can honestly say the Philadelphia Eagles won 3 of these games in 3 different ways. You can honestly say that. Big Chris says, I like that rookie tight end. He looked fast. Bro, don't he look fast? Yo, he looked like a wide receiver. That's how fast he looked. He looks fast. He broke a tackle, and then he took off. Brawster. It was going on Brawster. He says, what about those cute little play calls? Those have been showing up lately. I'm confused. I'm not sure if that's a negative or a positive what you're talking about. It sounds negative, though. I'm not sure, Brawster. Can you do me a favor and clarify what you're talking about just a little bit, bro? I appreciate you for liking on the content. Make sure you smash that like button. I really want to understand where you're coming from, Brawster. So make sure can you just clarify your statement for me. Jay Young says, which Jimmy G the star? We don't play the 49ers, but do you think we could beat them with Jimmy G? Yes. Oh no, yeah, that was bad. Oh, Brawster, you talking about the shovel pass? Got you, Brawster. Got you. That was not a good play. Also, Jalen Hurts threw the ball, he shoveled it behind the tight end. That actually would have been a touchdown if Jalen Hurts was more pinpoint with the shovel pass. He should have been more pinpoint. But there were moments where we got too cute. I'll agree. And you're right, Big Chris. That handoff looked real bad. We got too cute in certain areas. I would agree with that. I agree with y'all. There were moments where we got too cute. Hey, listen, y'all, we have 43 likes right now. Can I get 45? Can y'all help a brother get the 45 likes? I appreciate the love and the support. Y'all are on fire right now. But yeah, it's going to be important for this Philadelphia Eagles team not to get too cute. Keep it simple, stupid. You know what I'm saying? My mom used to always say to me sometimes, boy, you're so smart, you're dumb. You don't want to outsmart yourself. You don't want to outcoach yourself. You don't want to play down to the competition. You don't want to take your foot off the gas pedal. We're going 100 miles an hour. Are you along for the ride or not? Look, no hands. This Eagles team is looking formidable. Looking very formidable. Big Chris says Hurts could have had 400 yards if they played second half. Yo, Jalen Hurts, he should have threw for 400 yards. I'm going to be honest. He should have. I thought he was going to do it. I really thought he was going to do it. I'm not even going to hold y'all. But overall, I'm just happy we got the win. I'm happy the defense showed up. You know, another thing I want to talk to you guys about. Britton Covey was getting smashed today. Like, Britton Covey took a lot of hits today, man. I know he's going to be sore. I know he's going to be sore today or tomorrow. Wouldn't y'all agree? Britton Covey was taking a lot of big hits today, man. A lot. And I don't know how he survived it. I just don't. I would have been on the ground wheezing, gasping for air, reaching. I would have been like, somebody save me. I would have been like, Jesus, take the wheel. Because Britton Covey was getting creamed. Big Chris says Covey it is a returner. Yeah, I'm not seeing it either, man. I'm with you on that, Big Chris. He not looking like the guy. He's not looking at the guy right now. He just not. He is not. And yeah, Big Chris, and he muffed it. He muffed it. That could have ruined the game for us. That could have really been a bad situation. Another thing is, I don't like how we took that safety either. That should never happen. If we don't take that safety, man, they don't score. They don't score. Monroe says Detroit is good. Minnesota lucked up today. Detroit is tougher than Minnesota. Absolutely. I think Detroit is a better team than Minnesota. I think they're a better team. A better team. I think they play harder. They play faster. They play with a purpose. I feel like the Vikings, they kind of play in a way that's kind of cocky. They think they're better than what they are. Big Chris says I'd rather have Watkins back there. But listen, Watkins scared to get hit back there. Watkins don't like kick returning. He don't like punt returning. He don't like kick returning. He really don't like it. You could tell he don't like it. You could tell he's not looking to bob and weave through traffic. He's just not. Monroe says, "Yo, they wrecked Covey today. I thought he passed out from hits he took." it was rough. And listen, man, keep smashing that like button. I appreciate all the love and support. You guys are on fire right now, man. You guys killing it for me. I really appreciate this. I really appreciate this. It means a lot to me. I don't take it for granted. Not one bit. I do not take it for granted at all. Let me ask y'all a question. If the Eagles do lose one game, or if the Eagles do lose, who are they losing to? If the Eagles do lose, who are they losing to? If the Eagles end up losing one game or however many games, who are they losing to? If you take a wild guess. Big Chris says Eagles, Dolphins, Giants only undefeated. That's crazy, right? That's the crazy thing about it. Another thing too, Jody Mack made a bet. He said the Eagles and the Dolphins going to be in the Super Bowl. Jody Mack bet before the season started. He bet that the Eagles and the Dolphins are going to the Super Bowl. He got a bet in there right now. Big Chris says we might split with the Cowboys. Okay, that's realistic. That's realistic. Ashan, what's going on, bro? I didn't even notice you, man. Welcome to the live streams. Keep smashing that like button. Hey, listen, y'all, we got 44 likes, man. Can I get 50? I'm getting greedy, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm getting greedy. We eating W's. We eating W's. You know what I'm saying? We eating them today. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all really killing it right now. I really appreciate this. Let's see where we're at with it. Monroe says it don't matter who we lose to. What matters is how we respond after that loss. Big point. Very good point. Very good point. Big Chris says that Hurts paybacks 2 in Super Bowl. That sounds like story. That sounds storybook, don't it? That sounds storybook. That sounds storybook. That sounds like the perfect book. You can't write it any better, Big Chris. You can't write that book any better. Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, 2 former Alabama quarterbacks. Tua beat out Jalen Hurts. Tua and Jalen Hurts meet in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts leads the Eagles on a game-winning drive to beat Tua and the Miami Dolphins in the Super Bowl. Gets his revenge. There's no better story. It's the perfect scenario. It's the perfect comeback story. They're going to write movies about that. You know what I'm saying? Keep smashing that like button, y'all. Kia, help me get the 50. I need 50 likes on this joint. I need 50 of them. I need 50. Not 40. I need 50. I need 50 bones. I need 50 bones. I need 50 bones. Broster says our special teams needs work. I'm worried that it could cost us a big loss in the right scenario. That's a very good point, Broster. It's a very good point. I'm concerned about our special teams as well because at the end of the day, you need all 3 phases to work in your favor. All 3 phases. And if if special teams keeps muffing punts, if special teams can't get us in good field position, we're going to be in trouble. Ashan says, if we remain healthy, I feel we can go completely undefeated like the 72 Dolphins. Man, that's scary, man. That's scary if we go undefeated. That's scary. Big Chris says, I like Hurts to beat Brady in the NFC title game. That would be revenge, right? Beat Brady in the NFC title game, beat Tua in the Super Bowl. He's slaying all his demons. He's slaying all his dragons. Monroe Hatch says, Hurts is built different. Hurts is the first one in the weight room and the last one to leave. That's a fact. That's a fact. See, the problem with special teams is they don't block. They can't block. I blame Michael Glisson. We need to start talking about Michael Clay, man. We need to start talking about him. Michael Clay, I don't know what he's teaching these guys. I don't know what exactly his mantra is or his philosophies are, but these guys aren't blocking. These guys are not blocking for Michael Clay. He's not teaching us. They're not blocking. Big Chris says that'll be $45 million guaranteed. Yo, if Jalen Hurts win the Super Bowl, man, they're giving him $45 million for sure. For sure. For sure. Like, I'm not scared. Look, the Bills lost today. The Bills lost today. So the Chiefs lost today. All these teams look human now. The Chiefs lost to the Colts, meaning they have a chink in the armor. They can get beat. The Bills lost to the Dolphins, meaning they can get beat. They can get beat. I'm telling you, Tua and Jalen Hurts are on a collision course. They're on a collision course. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle versus A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. You know what Devonta Smith said? Devonta Smith saw Jalen Waddle's game against the Ravens, and he said, you know what? I need mine. I need mine. I need mine. Devonta Smith saw Jalen Waddle's game last week, and he said, I need my parts. I need my get back. You feel what I'm saying? Keep smashing that like button, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Can I get 50 of them things? I need 50 likes in the building. I need 50 likes, and then we out of here. Gary A says, you pay Hurts $45 million, and he's got zero weapons around him. Is he that guy to do it? Wait, hold on. Is he that guy to do it alone? No one can do it alone. No one can do it alone, right? See, at the end of the day, we're going to see how this thing will plan out. Because the salary cap about to go up, we're going to see how it pans out. We're going to find out. Gary A says, you pay Hurts. No, I already read that. My bad. Monroe says, and today, Jalen Hurts' work ethic showed in week number 3. Put some respect on my QB1's name. I get it. I get it. Keep smashing that like button, y'all. I need 50. Oh, we got 50 likes, y'all. We got 50 likes. Thank y'all so much, man. I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all are killing it, man. Y'all killing it. Big Chris says we got to resign Smitty. Man, I hope so, man. I really hope we do. I love Devonta Smith, bro. I love Devonta Smith. Like, I love his work ethic. I love the way he plays the game. I love how he just goes up and gets it. Devonta Smith is a beast. He's a beast. That's the humble beast. He the big little giant. You know what I'm saying? The big little giant. J.D. Young says, bring Devin Allen to punt return. What you think? Hey, listen, it's better. It's better than what we got now. It's better than what we got now. I'm never going to cap. It's better than what we got now. It's so much better than what we got now. I'm never going to cap. Bring Devin Allen back. I ain't even tripping. Gary A says, Hurts got to pass 2 tests still. Come behind and score a TD in the second half, then win a okay, I got you. Hey, listen, Gary, I'm not mad at that. You know, there are still several boxes we need Jalen Hurts to check. We need that comeback victory. You know what I'm saying? We need to see him be able to come back because right now we're playing with a lead. We have yet to play from behind. That's what's fascinating about these past 3 games. We have yet to play from behind. So it's going to be important to find out if Jalen Hurts can win a game being down going into a fourth quarter, right? That's going to be important. So I'm with you on that. See, for me, it's all about being able to make the throws. And like you said, the scenarios, right? It's all about the situation of football. Can he lead the Eagles on a game-winning drive? You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Can he lead the Eagles on a game-winning drive? That's what I'm paying attention to. That's exactly what I'm paying attention to. So, Jay Young says Jalen Hurts stats are almost 900 yards. Plus, that's almost 1,000. Yeah, he's balling right now. But yeah, he definitely needs a playoff win. We need all this good vibes to translate into wins. But listen, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate y'all so much for locking in on the content. You guys have been spectacular. I am exhausted. I had to drive back from Atlantic City tonight. Listen, let me tell y'all how my day went. Let me tell you how my day went before I got out of here. I woke up at 6 a.m., got ready, packed up my gear. I had to drive to Atlantic City to Ocean Casino Resort to work the J-Kip Sports postgame show, the Pond Lee Hockey postgame show with Seth Joyner, Mike Missinelli, Derek Gunn, Mark Farzetta, John McMullen, Devin Caney. I had to drive to Atlantic City from Philly early in the morning. Got there. Boom. Did my thing, grinded with them. Then I drove back. Didn't get home until about 9:30, 9:45, going on 10 o'clock. And then I've been live with y'all ever since. So y'all can't doubt my commitment. I drove from Atlantic City right on the live with y'all. That's the vibe I'm on. That's the vibe I'm on. I'm tired, y'all. Look at the bags under my eyes. Your boy is tired, man. I'm tired, but I appreciate y'all and I love y'all so much. This content is spectacular. I appreciate y'all. Hey, listen, Brawster says, get some sleep, bro. You got to produce that content in the morning. Facts, bro. I got to wake up at 5 in the morning to make sure I'm ready to do Good Morning NFC East. Man, so much to discuss, so much to talk about, man. I appreciate y'all so much. But look, I'm gonna get out of here. I love y'all so much. Remember, just a friendly reminder, in case you forgot. Just a friendly reminder. Jalen Hurts completed 63% of his passes, throwing 22 for 35, 340 passing yards. Was averaging almost 10 yards an attempt, 3 passing touchdowns. Devonta Smith, 8 catches, 169 yards, 1 touchdown. A.J. Brown, 5 catches, 85 yards, a touchdown. Dallas Goedert with a touchdown. Grunt Terror with a 40-yard catch. T.J. Edwards, 10 tackles, 1 sack. Brandon Graham, 6 tackles, 2.5 sacks, 5 quarterback hits. Haason Reddick with a sack and a half. Fletcher Cox with a sack and a half. Josh Sweat with a sack and a half. Javon Hargrave with a sack. You dig what I'm saying? We put up 9 sacks on Carson Wentz. Don't let that go unnoticed. Don't let it go unnoticed. But I appreciate y'all. I'm out of here. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge us to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry, y'all. And fly was fly. And we out here.